The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Good job, good job.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Now Joe Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Don't go. 180.
56. I got it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
50 seconds to Mike.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet. and say, this is what the problem is? Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 57, 57. Hey, high 7.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Bandit. 56.
81, 81.
Check, 56.
On the toss, Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Empty.
Check. Done. Crunch.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll run it here with Hunt. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
180.
Go, baby. Get that ball.
What?
51 to Mike.
He don't know no better.
Switch.
Hey, alert.
Slide. Check 13.
1st down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert Flair. He's crashing. He's checking.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
180. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Here we go. No.
Ram.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
53. Here we go, G. All day.
74.
Check. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. It's our field.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Browns take over
That's
first
it,
and
baby.
10
We gonna work.
at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And
we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 25 yards that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Set, 180.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
180. Here we go. Hurry.
57's Mike 57.
Hey, alert 33.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
A final shot before half for Wentz. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Me and you all day.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
I'm coming after you.
Now Wentz. With a catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run. One touch.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, alert!
Running right, here's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Run.
51.
Hurry.
Watch the run.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Mayfield being chased out left. And that's complete to Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Regular.
Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
56 of Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
There we go. Back man. Waiting.
I got you.
On 1st down, Benjamin. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after is good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Kings. Topper.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3-on body Calhoun, a sack coming off the corner blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing his Wentz. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 280.
Watch the curve.
Great 15.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Bring it.
5.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
You remember
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
218, chop.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Go. 280!
Right there, 56. Hey, watch the...
Hey, Rip 5-2, on here.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He completes it to Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Banjo.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Kill.
Hey, stand. Hey, wahoo.
Wentz now on first down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Wentz. He gets this one to Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
No problem there on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Check, 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 check.
49, check 49, check 49.
You go tight.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, and Mayfield's going to throw it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for... It got his man complete. Odell Beckham Jr. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 96 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He completes it to Tate. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go, back. We're calling.
Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 53.
Now Wentz again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
We got work.
Today's final score, Browns.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next